So in today's video, I want to talk about how to look good and expensive even if you're broke. Emphasis on even if you're broke. First of all, I just want to put it out there, I'm a broke girl. So I feel like I'm in the best position to actually talk about this based on my own experience. Broke. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jennifer. If you're seeing me for the first time, I'm passionate about fashion, beauty, self-care, being the best version of myself. And sometimes it can be very sad and challenging as a girl, having so much high taste, and you see a lot of girls your age or your mates, wearing certain things and you can't afford them. For some girls, like, you can actually feel left out. But honestly, from my experience, I am going to tell you that you can actually look good and expensive. Now, why am I even confident talking about this? As broke as I am, yes, I get lots of compliments from strangers, people in my church, my neighbors, my friends. They are always telling me, Jennifer, you look so good. Oh, I love how you do your hair. Oh, I love your makeup. Oh, your skin looks so good. I like how you put your outfit together. I am always getting all these amazing compliments from people. And when I get this compliment, to be honest, I'm excited, I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm like, these guys don't even know what they're talking about, because presently I'm not working a 9 to 5. I'm working on something, but I do not have a source of income right now. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. But then when they compliment me, they look at me like I have money, but I do not have money. So I'm making this video for my bro girls out there to actually enlighten you and give you hope. So in this video, I'm just going to be talking about my own experience, things that I have done over the years that has made a huge difference in my appearance and helped me get all those compliments I get from my friends, I get from my neighbors and strangers, and basically everyone I see. So if that's something you're interested in, then welcome to the bro girls journey. Without wasting so much of your time, let's get right into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is hairstyle. Now, when it comes to hairstyle, there are 4 important things that has made a huge difference for me that you need to focus on if you're a broke girl. So the first thing is choosing hairstyle that suits your face structure. Sometime last year, before I actually realized this, just a little story time, so stay with me. So I went to Pinterest and I picked a very nice, beautiful hair. I love the hair so much. It was so good. And then I went to my stylist and told my stylist I wanted to make this hair. And she was fine, let's do it. And then when we started making the hair, halfway gone, I looked at myself in the mirror and I couldn't recognize myself, in the sense that I wasn't looking good. I was looking ugly, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. And normally, as girls, you know that when you're actually making a hair that looks good on you, even before your stylist is done, like halfway through, you're going to see the whole transformation in your face and everything. The difference is just going to be clear. But in my own case, I was not seeing that. Now, what was the problem? The problem was not because the hair was not beautiful. The problem was that hairstyle did not suit my face structure. So I've come to realize that when I choose hairstyle that suits my face, it enhances my face and frames my face in a very flattering way. So that's something you should consider if you want to look good. The second thing that I want to talk about that has made a huge difference for me is choosing hair colors that complement my skin tone. As subtle as it seems, it actually does a lot in improving your appearance, giving you that glow and making you look good. For me, if I'm dyeing my hair or I'm using hair extensions, black and gold always look good on me. Those are the colors that complement my skin tone very well, and it makes me look more radiant, more vibrant, even if I don't have makeup on. So for me, that's one of the things that I really pay attention to when it comes to hairstyle. The third thing that I really pay attention to when it comes to hairstyle is hair maintenance. I always make sure that I choose hairstyle that is easy for me to maintain. It's affordable for me to maintain. For example, I'm always on braids or kinky. Now, why I choose braids and kinky is because they can last for a month or two and you can always restyle them to look good every time. There was this time I made this knotless braids and it was straight. Then after a few days, I just went back to my hairstylist and like, can we tongue the hair? And then she just braided it and tongued it. And when I went out the next time, like when people saw me, they were like, oh, you had a new hair. I'm like, no, it's still the same hair. So that's the thing. Choosing hairstyles that is very easy for you to maintain is very important as a broke girl, because you don't have money to be doing new hair every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, like every other girl. So for me, I always choose protective hairstyles or choose whatever kind of hairstyle that I know that it's going to last me for a month. And then whatever I need to maintain that hair, I could actually afford it, so that every time I step out, I'll always look good. And the fourth thing I want to talk about when it comes to hairstyle is hairstyling. In the past, like I said earlier, I love to do knotless braids, but I had issues with styling my braids. If I'm rushing out or if I'm going somewhere, I could be in the mirror for like over 30 minutes trying to figure out how to style my hair. And at the end of the day, I'll just zoom out of the house like that, or I'll still keep repeating the same particular style. And over time, I wasn't comfortable with it. I was like, girl, you need to learn how to style your hair. So I went to Pinterest, I went to YouTube, I started watching braid hairstyle, different ways to style your hair, and I started learning how to style my hair. Whether you have braids, you have natural hair, whether you're keeping dreads, afro, whatever, if you want to look good and expensive as a broke girl, you need to learn different ways to style your hair. This is always going to help you look new. It's always going to help you look good every time you're out, and people will be like, oh my god, you look so good, or they'll just feel like you have a new hairstyle. I just want to make this last point that when it comes to hair, it's not about having luxurious hairstyle, because even if you have a luxurious hair and you do not know how to style your hair, the hair does not fit your face structure, the color of the hair does not rhyme with your skin tone, you can't properly maintain it. If you can't do any of these things, you're still not going to look good and look expensive. The next point we're talking about is skincare. When it comes to skincare, I'm going to talk about two things. First, I'm going to talk about the things that has nothing to do with product or money that has made a huge difference on my skin. And secondly, I'm going to talk about the products that I use to that has made a huge difference on my skin. The first thing I'm going to talk about is drinking lots of water. I'm so excited to talk about this because of the result that I've got, and also because of my stubbornness. In the past, I'm someone that I do not enjoy drinking water. In a day, I could drink like 4 sachets of water, and I've been hearing that, oh, water is very good for the skin, drink lots of water, but I did not, until I decided to actually experiment this. Now, when I don't used to drink lots of water, I noticed that I used to have rashes, I used to have breakouts, but then I didn't even know that water could actually help. I switched from 4 sachets of water in a day to 10, 15 sachets in a day. I noticed the changes in my skin. First of all, I have dry skin. So I noticed that my skin was looking more hydrated, more plump. All my breakouts, rashes, and everything was gone. And it's so funny because I did not even realize that water was actually contributing to this until I started paying attention. Sometimes I now realize that when I switch back or I forget, it just happens like magic, like it comes up again. So over time, I started drinking lots of water, and then I decided to make it a pattern. And girls, water does make a huge difference. To me, I feel like water just helps flush out the toxins in your body, and this kind of reduces the chances of you having breakouts, black spots, or whatever it is. But whatever water does, water makes a huge difference for my skin. Now, the second thing that I do is not sleeping on my pillowcase. I noticed that I used to wake up with rashes if I sleep on my pillowcase. When I wake up, like the side that I slept on my pillowcase, I'm gonna have rashes. Over time, maybe they could turn to dark spots, and then this other side will be so clear and smooth, just the way it was when I went to bed. And I was like, what's going on? So I decided to experiment. I stopped sleeping on my pillowcase, and it changed the game for me. I stopped having those rashes when I wake up. My skin became more clearer. So for me, this is something that I've noticed though that affects my skin, and I stopped it, and it made a huge difference. And the third thing that I also did that has nothing to do with money was stop touching my face. I don't know why I like doing that nasty habit, but it's actually not really good because I also realized that it was doing the same thing, giving me breakout. My skin texture was looking weird. It was as a result of always touching my face. And I didn't even know this until, I don't know, I think I found this online or something, that sometimes we have bacterials or germs on our hand. When you use the same hand without washing it to touch your face, it actually transfers the bacteria from your hand to your face. And it makes sense why I was having all those rashes and all those things. So I stopped doing it, and it changed the game for me when it has to do with my skin. The fourth thing that I did for my face that has nothing to do with money was exercising. I'm this kind of person that if I'm on my period, I usually have pimples that leads to dark spots, and I usually break out. But I observed that whenever I am constantly working out during my period, I do not break out. I don't have pimples, I don't have dark spots. Like, I don't know how to explain how this thing happens, but it happens like magic. That was when I knew that workout was not a joke. So that's the only way I can explain how exercise works for me. But it actually does affect my skin. It actually does make a huge difference in giving me that clearer and that smooth skin. Now, the last thing that I'm going to talk about that has nothing to do with products is using supplements. Now, when I'm talking about skin supplements, I'm not talking about all those expensive supplements like cranberry, evening primrose, and some other expensive supplements that I see lots of girls use online. I can't afford those, so I don't use any of that. So the supplements I use that are very cheap and affordable to me is vitamin C. Now, I know when it has to do with vitamin C, there are different brands, different category or whatever, but the vitamin C I actually use is actually very cheap. So I take vitamin C, I take vitamin B12, folic acid. So those are basically the 5 things that I do that has nothing to do with money or products that actually makes a huge difference on my skin. As a broke girl, doing these things is very important because, like I said earlier, we can afford expensive products and it does work. If you've been sleeping on any of these things I talked about as a broke girl, you shouldn't, because it can make a huge difference and even help your products work better. Now, when it comes to skincare products, I don't actually use a lot of products. So I'm just going to talk about the very few products that I use. The first thing I use for my face is this simple moisturizing facial cleanser. When it comes to simple, they have different products for different skin types. I have dry skin, so another thing I always focus on is prioritizing my skin concerns. So I try to use products that targets my skin concerns or my skin type. So the moisturizing simple facial cleanser, it's the cleanser that does the job for me. It's extremely really good. It moisturizes and hydrates my skin because I have a dry skin, and it's very affordable. It's just 5k. What I do next is use the Fombat A. Now everybody knows what Fombat A is, especially if you live in Nigeria. What Fombat A does for me is when I have rashes, like I mentioned, like let's say for those days that I forget and I sleep on my pillowcase and I wake up with rashes, or when my period comes and I'm breaking out or having big pimples, I use Fombat A. I don't know what's inside Fombat A. Fombat A clears my rashes in 2 days. I'm not lying. If I have dark spots, Fombat A will clear my dark spots in 2 weeks. So this is what I use. Now, another extra thing for skincare that I just want to add, but it's not like a daily thing that I use, is this here aloe vera. I use that with a facial razor to exfoliate my face. I apply the aloe vera and then I use the razor to kind of dermablade and shave my face. This is actually really good though, I'm not gonna lie. After using it, I notice that my face is always very smooth. Like it has this bottle effect when you're done. It makes my face really smooth and it helps my products absorb inside well. But the downsides to it, and I would not advise someone to do, is just the fact that if you're not someone who is careful or mindful, you might hurt yourself. In future, when I have money, I would use a chemical exfoliant. I prefer a chemical exfoliant to actually doing this, but I just do this because the aloe vera is affordable. I got it for like 1.5, and then the razor, I got the razor for like 1.5, so it's very cheap. In place of chemical exfoliant, since there's no toner, and I just use that for the main time. Another product I use is the Face Fact facial moisturizer. I just started using this moisturizer. I think it's 6 months now. I've not used it for a year or a long time. I'm smiling because, to be honest, I love this moisturizer. Since I have dry skin, I use the hydrating moisturizer. I think it has probiotics, it has 5 ceramides. This moisturizer is thick, but at the same time, when you use it, it's lightweight. I like the instant glow and effect it gives on my skin, and I like the way he makes the texture of my skin look. It's really good for my skin, and I love the fact that it is very affordable. So I think for products, that's all I use. Now for my body, I don't do much. I just use a normal bar soap. I use Dudu Ozone. It's a very popular soap here in Nigeria. It exfoliates my skin very well and it's affordable. I love it so much. For my body, I do not use a body lotion just because I can't afford the body lotion I want to use. So I use a body oil. So there was this carrot body oil I found sometime in the supermarket, but when I went back, I couldn't find it anymore and I can't remember what the name is. So I got a new carrot oil that I use for my body. Carrot oil works for me. So I got this carrot oil from this year. That's the only thing I use on my body. And there's this homemade scrub I also made. It's a homemade scrub that I did. It helps exfoliate my skin. I don't have all the details of the scrub. I'm going to make a video about the homemade scrub, how I do it, and that's all I use as a broke girl. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is clothes. So the first thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to clothes is colors. Colors are very important to me. I realized that when I wear colors that complement my skin tone, it just instantly brightens my complexion, makes me look more radiant, makes me look good. So for me as a broke girl, I always prioritize choosing the right colors for my skin tone. Now I am light skin in complexion, so over time I've come to realize that certain colors like black is my favorite. I love black so much. Red, white, gray, naturally, actually I just love dark colors, and luckily for me, these dark colors actually do suit my complexion. So I make sure that any color of clothing that I am choosing complements my complexion. Now, the second thing I'm going to talk about also relates to colors, is choosing colors that complement other colors in your wardrobe. Now, as a broke girl, I'm not going to lie, I don't have money to keep shopping all the time. I can't even remember the last time I went shopping. Thinking about it, I haven't even shopped this year and the year it's already ending. So it's very important for me that if I'm investing in a particular color, that color complements other colors in my wardrobe. For example, I'm wearing this black t-shirt. Now this black t-shirt, I can pair it with any color of my wardrobe because it's black. Black goes with everything. So choosing colors that complement other colors in my wardrobe really helps me maximize my wardrobe, because that way I don't have to buy so much clothes. I don't have to go out to like buy more colors to match up the colors in my wardrobe. Just choosing the right colors just helps me get dressed. It makes my outfit look more cohesive, more expensive. It makes my outfit look more put together. The next thing I'm going to talk about that I always prioritize so much, that is very, very important to me, is choosing versatile pieces. Now, when I'm talking about versatile pieces, I'm talking about pieces that you can actually wear with other clothes and they work very well. When I go out to shop, the first thing that always comes to my mind when I pick a clothing item, let's say for example, I want to shop a skirt. When I look at the skirt, the first thing that comes to my mind is how many ways can I style the skirt? If I keep thinking and I figure out that there are 10 different ways, 12 ways, or even 7 or 5 ways I can style the skirt, I'm going to get it because that's a versatile piece. So having just one piece that you can actually create multiple outfits from is a go for a broke girl, because you don't have money to keep shopping, you don't have money to buy new things, and this way you're able to use one clothes to create multiple outfits. And this is exactly what I do. So when I dress, when I go out, I'm wearing the same piece, but people think I'm wearing different clothes. For example, I can go to church like 3 times in a week and I can wear one skirt 3 times in a week. I styled it differently, and every time people see me, they are thinking I'm wearing a different skirt. I'm still wearing the same skirt. Versatile pieces is the go-to for a broke girl. The next thing that I do, this is just a personal thing, is keeping my outfit simple. If you ask me, Jennifer, what are the 3 adjectives that describes your style? The first thing I'm going to tell you is simple, simplicity. I love outfits that are simple. And I've also come to notice that outfits that are very simple tends to look more elegant, more polished, more expensive compared to something that is very complicated. I believe that when I keep my outfits simple, it always makes me look good. It makes me look rich. It makes me look put together. And I told you earlier, people always compliment my outfit. Moving to makeup. So when it comes to makeup as a broke girl, this is me talking about me right now. There are just 2 things I focus on. I'm not gonna lie. Even when you're looking at my face right now, I don't have foundation, I don't have anything on my face. I just have 2 things, my lips and my eyebrow, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Having a defined brow defines the shape of your eyes and just makes you look flattering. When it comes to doing my eyebrow, as a broke girl, I just use 3 things, and these 3 things so far has been working for me. First, this pencil. This is just a pencil that I bought from the local market. Then I use this eyebrow brush that has shape here that you can use to define, and I use my edge control. That's what I use to laminate my eyebrow. I have this concealer my cousin gifted me, but it doesn't matter, you can actually use any concealer of your choice. Those are just the 4 things that I use to get this eyebrow. I just feel like when my eyebrows is defined, it just frames my eyes and enhances my facial features and make me look more good. The next thing I do is my lips. I used to be scared of using lip gloss or using lipstick on my lips because I had a very big lip, so I didn't know how to line my lip. I'm one of these girls that if I apply lipstick or lip gloss, my lips is just going to look extra plump, looking big and ugly. So when I started doing YouTube, I had to watch videos to see how other people fill in their lips. So I found this combo that just made it for me. So the product I use is, I use this lip pencil, still the same pencil I use for my eyes. I use it to line my lips, and after lining my lips, I use this lipstick. It's called Jacqueline Matte. This is just a very cheap lipstick I found in the supermarket. And then my OG, this is the star of the game for me. This is Absolute. This is the OG. Even when I use the pencil and use the red lipstick, it doesn't really do much for me. Like, it doesn't give me that look. But when once I use this lip gloss, like, it finishes the look for me. This is my go-to lip combo. I've come to love it, and it actually makes me look good. Now, when it comes to makeup and looking good, I think brows make a huge difference in framing your face and giving you a defined look. Having a very nice, plumpy, healthy, moisturized lips actually shows that you take care of yourself. It makes you look polished. It makes you look put together. So for me, that's just that for the makeup. So the next thing that I want to talk about is accessories. Or when it comes to accessories, they're basically just 2 accessories that I personally focus on that I like, and that's statement jewelry. So I'm either wearing a statement necklace or I'm wearing a statement earring. In the past, I used to be someone that liked wearing studs, tiny earrings. I didn't even like statement jewelries because I have 3 pairs. And as I kept growing, my style kept evolving. I saw the need to actually invest in statement jewelries and statement accessories. Looking at this video right now, you can see that I'm wearing a statement jewelry, and you've seen the difference it makes. That's one thing I like about statement jewelry, statement necklace, or statement earrings. When you wear an outfit that is very simple, they really make a very simple outfit look expensive. They just elevate your look. You can see how elevated I look just by wearing this earring only. Those are the 2 accessories that I love so much that has made a huge difference for me. To me, looking good and looking expensive is not always 100% about the money, or it's not even 100% about the money. For me, I would say it's 20% about the money. Why I'm giving money 20% is, the truth is, at the end of the day, you still need money to get those things. But the other 80% goes to having knowledge, knowing what you should do. Knowing what you should do, because like I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the hairstyle, even if you have a luxurious hairstyle, you're putting on an expensive hairstyle. If that hairstyle doesn't suit your face structure, the color doesn't blend with your complexion, you don't know how to maintain your hair or even style your hair, you're still not going to look expensive. The same thing goes for clothes. If you're wearing luxurious expensive clothes and you don't know how to style your clothes, you're wearing the wrong colors that contradict with your skin tone, colors that do not even make you look good and vibrant, you're still not going to look good. So that's why I say that looking good and looking expensive is not 100% about money. It's just 20% about money. The other 80% is just having knowledge, knowing what you should do with the little you have. So for my broke girls out there, I hope this video has been able to help you understand that when it comes to looking good and looking expensive, what you need to know is, how do I use the little things I have in a way that it makes me look good? So don't stress yourself, don't feel pressured, you know, when you see the it girls wearing designers and all of that. You could still wear normal clothes that are not designers, that are not brand, and still look good. It just depends on all these things that we've talked about. So I really hope you guys have been able to learn from my own experience in this video that yes, it's possible to look good and look expensive even if you're broke. And also, please, I'd like you to tell me what you've learned from this video, or what your favorite part of this video is, or what's your own personal tips and tricks that you do that helps you look good and look expensive as a broke girl. Let's know your own experience, things that I didn't mention in the video that has really made you stand out as a broke girl and help you get compliments from other people. I'd like to know, and I'm sure other people in the comment section will also like to learn. So like I said, please watch the video to the end, go back and watch my other videos. If you haven't seen my 2 wardrobe essential videos, essential accessories every girl needs in her wardrobe and essential bottoms every girl needs in her wardrobe, please go check those videos. They are amazing. The tips in that videos are practical and they are going to help you elevate your fashion game. So thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.